You spent $1,200 on tires, $5,000 on dampers, and $1,500 on sway bars. And none of that is gonna make you faster than an effective course walk strategy. What's up, my guys, and welcome back to Counter Steer Garage. Happy Taco Tuesday, but I got a case of the Sundays. That's an autocross series with tips and tricks to get you started in the world of autocross. An effective course walk strategy is the most important part of being quick at autocross. Unfortunately, I don't think enough people are utilizing this opportunity properly. So let's fix that. You should walk the course a minimum of 3 times, and you should never be gathering the same information twice. Let me explain. On my first course walk, I like to walk at kind of a quicker pace, really just finding my way through the course, determining what direction it goes, thinking about where my car will be on entry and exit, gauging fast bits, slow bits, and that's it. Just figure out where you're going. If you're gonna course walk with your buddies and talk the whole time, this is the one to do it on. On the second course walk now, we should be picking out key cones and identifying our lines and arcs through each corner. Let's do it. Identifying key cones is simple when you really think about it. If I took away this cone, would your line change? If the answer is yes, that's a key cone. Walk the course, ask yourself that question for every cone you pass. This is an example of a dummy cone. If I remove it, it doesn't affect your line. This is an example of a key cone. If I remove it, we can drive straight to the apex over there, but we can't because this cone is here. So we have to be as efficient and close to this cone as possible. Now that we know where we're going and what cones we need to be right on top of, it's time for our third course walk. This time focusing mostly on car placement and when to add or cut distance. We need to be able to visualize this from the driver's seat. So get down nice and low, get eye level with where you would be in your car so you have an idea of what it'll look like when you're in the seat. Remember, car placement is key. Your line through this cone determines your line through that cone. And that can be said for every cone out here. The whole course is linked. So car placement and your arc and your line, paying attention to those key cones, is the only thing that matters. Speed comes later. In autocross, we should generally speaking be driving the shortest distance possible. Sometimes though, it's worthwhile to add distance. Added distance takes more time to cover. So we must offset that distance with additional speed. I'm out of shape. Keep in mind, our goal is not to have a higher speed, but a shorter time. So if you're going to add distance, you have to be able to reduce the time spent. In most situations, it's just not possible to add enough speed to account for that extra distance. Be mindful of this if you're planning on doing like an F1 style U-shape through the corner. So once you've done your 3 course walks, now it's time to go back to your car and visualize. At this point, you should be able to drive the course. Key cones, lines, arcs, everything. You should be able to drive the entire course in your mind. If you can't, you should get out there and walk it again. Walk it as many times as you have to in order to be able to drive it in your brain. And that's it, man. Pretty simple, hopefully. If I did this video correctly, it's simple. If you're a new autocrosser and this video helps you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I do put out a lot of educational autocross content. Please consider liking the video because that helps me with my quest to become YouTube famous. I'm holding the mic like an influencer. If you're an experienced autocrosser and you think I missed something, put it down in the comments so the new people can read it and learn from you guys too. I'm just a guy with a camera. I'm no expert. So if you guys think I missed something, leave it in the comments below. Check out this video next. This will help you figure out what class you're supposed to be in, and hit this video to see all of the things that you should be doing on your first autocross. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next Taco Tuesday.